Now we are going to deal with the topic of strategy. What is strategy? How do you set the strategy for an enterprise? What is a winning strategy? How do you establish a winning strategy? Strategy is hard to define in precise terms, but we can say that it is the long-term direction of a company and is the evolution of the scope of that direction. And really, when you are talking about strategy, you are answering some fundamental questions, like where to compete. This is very important. This is choosing that segment of the marketplace where the enterprise is going to be active. That is one important element of the strategy. Another issue that is related to the strategy is how do you gain a sustainable advantage? Meaning, how can you be better than your competition over time? Not better at one moment, but better in a sustained way over a long period of time. So you need to have the right strategy to be able to accomplish this. And of course, another topic that is very important, which is of a strategic nature, is how to grow, because you want your enterprise to grow as time goes by. So those are not all, but some of the fundamental elements of the strategy. Now, we have to keep in mind that management is not an exact science. Management is not physics, is not mathematics. So some of the topics in management are not handled in very precise terms the way you handle the exact sciences. It is more a question of experience, a question of opinion of experts. And one individual that has done a great deal to try to formalize the process of strategy is Michael Porter, who is a professor at Harvard University, and is really the worldwide authority on strategy. And what Michael Porter has been doing throughout his professional life is to establish some solid basis for the strategy process. He has been trying to create what we might call the science of strategy, although it's not a science, as we said before, but he has done extensive research in the area of strategy and has formulated some fundamental principles that have turned out to be very valid and that have remained as the basis for strategic thinking over the years. The fundamental book by Michael Porter is called Competitive Strategy. This is a book that he published in the 1970s for the first time and laid down the foundations of what strategy is and how to set a competitive strategy that allows a company not only to survive but to prosper in a competitive environment. And therefore, Michael Porter's book on strategy is a mandatory reading for every manager, for every strategist in an organization. Later on, Michael published another book which is called Competitive Advantage, which is a complementary book to the one of strategy, and essentially it elaborates more on his basic principles of strategy to be able to achieve an advantage in a competitive marketplace. We are going to be using in this course a lot of the materials that come from Michael Porter. In particular, there is a paper produced by Michael that is called What is Strategy? It is a short paper, but it contains his basic thinking about strategy, and it is very, very important because it encompasses all of the bases on which this course will proceed.